Welcome to Texas Home Loans VA loans. Top mistakes to avoid for a smooth application process. First, shout out to Black Rifle, local veteran supporting business here in Bernie, Texas. We appreciate that. They do a lot of philanthropy. They help a lot of people who've been wounded, a lot of care. They do meals for vets. These are things that we believe in, and we want to help people that are helping other veterans. That being said, welcome to my YouTube channel on VA loans. Do you know that the process for applying for a VA home loan doesn't have to be daunting as it seems? We can break it down to easy steps. By avoiding these below common mistakes, you're going to have a smooth process. You're going to get in your loan, you're going to increase your chances of getting approved, and also once you get under contract, you're going to close much more quickly. Number one, neglecting your credit score. I get a lot of veterans that are sold by their recruiters. They say, hey, this is a guaranteed loan. Would come in here and fight for the good Uncle Sam and you'll get this loan. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed for the lender, not for the buyer. You're not guaranteed to get the loan. They don't have to give it to you. A VA loan is actually insurance placed on a regular loan. That insurance is paid for by the Veterans Administration. That allows the zero down. That allows no mortgage insurance, but it is not guaranteed a loan. So to have eligibility, keep your scores up, pay your stuff. The people I've had, the highest scores are the ones with security clearance. Because from what I understand, to have a security clearance in the military, if you get any bad credit, they'll just yank your clearance because then you could be a threat. You're a weak spot. I was talking to one of my clients. I said, all these people here, they've all got security clearances and they got like 800, 820 scores. I rarely see an 820. And they're like, I'm like, what, do you get in trouble if you get bad credit? They're like, no, you don't get in trouble. They just take your clearance. You get knocked down. You get busted down a couple pay grades. I'm like, oh, makes sense. Okay. Mistake number two, failing to gather your necessary documentation. VA loan application requires your income, assets if you're coming to closing, no down payment, but you need to have assets for your closing costs, your certificate of eligibility, and other items. You get those things together, you're going to be in good. Mistake number three, not understanding the loan requirements. There's a process where you're going to do a contract. Then you're going to go under contract. You have to deliver an earnest money deposit to the title. Once that's accepted, you're going to get approved, and then you're going to go to closing. If you don't know those requirements, then that could get in the way of your approval. Mistake number four, skipping the pre-approval process. Believe it or not, I've had this. Hey, Scott, I'm under contract. I just figured I'd be fine. Well, sometimes you can figure and be fine. Sometimes you can get, better lucky than good. What do they say? But if you skip that pre-approval process, you're playing with fire. You could be missing on something that could stop you from getting that house, and then you be in default of contract. We don't want that. So, mistake number five, ignoring the importance of home inspections. A home inspection is separate from the loan process. So, if you skip a home inspection, you could get something that mechanically could be in trouble. There are going to be some little things, I don't know, foundation, HVAC, roof. There's a lot of things that could go on that the trained eye can see, and you really want to get a good inspection. And you don't want to get an inspection. A lot of people, they buy from like a new builder, and the new builder has their inspector. Well, who do you think they're going to be loyal to? You? No. Don't be crazy. That's a yes man. He's paid to say yes to sell that house. So you want an independent person that you find on your own with nobody else. Don't let somebody else steer you to an inspector. Oh, I got a good inspector. Yeah, if somebody's making a commission on the deal, they've got a dog in this fight. I wouldn't trust that. It's not worth it. There's plenty of inspectors that have not the influence. Mistake number six, overlooking your financial options. A VA loan is the lowest interest rate if you go with a good lender such as us that doesn't overcharge veterans. We're about 3/4 of a point to a point lower than a regular loan because that insurance earned by your service lowers that rate. What do most lenders do? They steal it. Flat and simple. Look online, look at their conventional rates and their VA rates, and you'll see they're pretty darn close. That means they make 300% more on a veteran. So you're telling me you're gonna sign up. You're gonna deal with a whole bunch of bureaucracy. You're gonna be sent over the sandbox, possibly blown up, possibly killed. And because of your honor, service, and your patriotism, you come back to have somebody make 3 times as much money on your loan. This is not a victimless crime. That difference in interest rate because they make more money the higher rate they give you. That difference in interest rate on a $400,000 loan, it's almost $150,000. $150,000 they're stealing from you. and we can show you. It's right there on the internet. And if you Google overcharging veterans, you're going to see a lot of big name companies that I'm not going to mention because I don't have the legal department to handle that. But you can Google it and find out for yourself. But the fines are less than the profit. We all have seen other dirty businesses do this. The financial industry is just as dirty. You got to watch out for that. But they got better salesmen than me. They're like, oh, these aren't the rates you're looking for. I've had people they talk to these lenders, and I'm like, did you get tricked by them? It's right there in the numbers. And they're like, oh, yeah, I guess you're, but they seem so nice. I'm like, yes, because that's the only skill they have in life. They don't have honor, intelligence, or hard work. They got to be really good at being a chameleon and being your fake best friend. Don't fall for the fake best friend trick. You want to go with value, people that take care of veterans. There are other companies out there like us. They're just rare. And if you go with one of those, I'd have no problem with it because at least you're getting taken care of. So we appreciate all this. Remember, a little research and preparation goes a long way. Again, shout out to Black Rifle. Appreciate you taking care of Bernie, local businesses, and taking care of our veterans. Hope you have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.